we gotta bring back grunge music.
Okay, but for real, because angry white boys used to pick up a guitar. That's right.
That's the problem.
Like,
Angry white boys, their parents don't own homes with garages no more, so they don't have an outlet to express all their anger.
they're not getting music lessons anymore.
They're not getting music lessons anymore because we're defunding art
That's right.
programs. You know what I'm saying?
They're not making art anymore.
You can't start a grunge rock band in an apartment. No, that's the problem.
Hi, my name is Sharia.
And I'm Aria.
And this is The Strap Down. The Strap Down is a Black queer femme podcast
hosted by two Black queer femme comedians.
where we talk about Black queer femme stuff.
Comedically.
And blatantly and family too. So
if you're into that,
stay tuned.
stick around.
Okay, so
Now it's time for
our Femme Topics. Today, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
What a news week this week. If anything, we are laughing out of sadness. And
Because, okay, like in all seriousness, so if you haven't heard, when did this happen? Thursday? Yeah, it was the day before 9/11. When was 9/11?
this was Wednesday. Wednesday of this week.
Wednesday.
So this was September 10th.
September 10th. Can we say his name?
I think we can.
I'm gonna say his name. Charlie Kirk.
I was about to say we could like switch the letters
That's
around.
what I was going to say. Carly Kirk.
Carly Kirk. Charlie Kirk, a
Conservative influencer, podcaster, girly.
Yeah. Was unalived.
Was unalived publicly in Utah.
He was pew-pewed.
He was pew-pewed
at a school event.
On a campus that was an open carry campus.
And was pew-pewed in the neck and unalived. During this event.
This is how he would have wanted to be spoken about.
Just to give our followers,
he was
before we
pew-pewed.
get into the news topic of Charlie Kirk's pew-pew-nation, I just want to give some background about why we are going to talk about it the way we were going to talk.
Yes, that's smart.
So we, after it happened on September 11th, Sharia and I
we went live.
We went live on our TikTok to discuss the pew-pew-nation of Charlie Kirk. And what a time.
He was pew-pewed.
I had
news topic. Sorry.
Charlie Kirk. We had a lot to say.
We had a lot to say.
Podcast. You can kind of imagine the direction that the live went. After it happened, it was really fine for about 30 minutes. We went live on our followers sharing our opinion.
People saying gifts.
So people sent.
He was
it got a little.
I
guess it got a little.
Sorry.
We had TikTok. We had and suspended our life privileges.
Wait.
Our life privileges.
Yeah.
But
we
have this really ugly like now. And
yes.
So
we were kicked off like. Just like
we went live on our TikTok, sharing our opinion.
No. People saying I won't make that joke.
Gifts and it went black. They were like, TikTok to end this. Suspended us. Because of that.
Wait.
Yes. So that
it went black. Girl. Dollars and AdSense dollars that but we it did go black. Made.
Yes. So we're privileges.
Wait.
Our Patreon.
That's right.
And see the uncensored version.
Patreon. It went black. I don't know why. I don't know what my problem is. but it did go black.
Yeah. Anyway.
I know.
We're still gonna
Anyway.
with that later.
Yeah.
But yeah. You're the real filter. Our Patreon.
That's right.
We got kicked off basically.
It went black. Just made it the strap down.
Thoughts and reactions. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. So he was speaking at Utah. He does. You're not as familiar with his shtick as I was, right? You keep yourself sane.
I do, like, I knew who he was. I knew what he stood for. Yeah. Like, I've seen little clips. I've seen his Jubilee thing and stuff like that. So, like, I know who he is.
That's basically it.
Yeah. So, like, I get it. You know, the usual.
Yeah,
you know,
the usual.
You know, I know he does, like, the classics. You know,
yes.
Women belong in the kitchen, shouldn't be able to vote. Yes. Homosexuality is a disease. Black people shouldn't be flying planes. Whatever. I get it.
Yes.
You know.
It shouldn't be flying planes. The least of it. He's like, we shouldn't even be free, let alone flying a plane. I have to admit, if you don't think black people should be free and you get on a plane and see a black pilot, that must be a trip. Anyway, you in the skies? You wasn't supposed to be on land. Anyway.
Now your chain's reaching all the way up here.
All the way here.
Yeah, so, like, I am familiar with him, but, like, I try as best as I can to just, like, block, like, him. Like, I try my best to, like, block all of them and all the accounts that follow, but since, like, Elon has kind of got his hands into Twitter,
everywhere.
it's like all my filters are, like, gone, and now they're constantly, Sorry, I just hit the mic.
We get so many complaints about the audio on Spotify. Somebody was like, listen, it's not because you're bad at this. It's because I'm autistic. And I was like, no, it's because I'm bad at this.
I try to avoid all those types and like all their accounts and like the accounts that follow them. But since Elon has taken over like Twitter and stuff like that, like they are slipping through all my blocks and filters.
He had me kicked off immediately. He bought Twitter, brought that sink in, and said the first thing we gonna do is get rid of that black. He got rid of me immediately. My Darkwing Twitter with 8,000 followers.
But now since like all these other like platforms like the Jubilee and stuff are now bringing in these types, now it's like someone like me who's like, I don't want to hear from these people ever again. And now they're slipping through and now I see like constant like clips and whatever, and it's just like just racism and gums like all down the timeline. And I'm exhausted.
And that's so valid. And I try to do the same. I try to stay away from them. The thing that made me start paying attention, unfortunately, is when they started, like when Big Head Charlie started doing campaign work for like the Trump administration, and like was very successful in doing so. But also, he comes from like a little from a little bit of that generation that I remember that I was in college with. He didn't even go to college. He started Turning Point USA in high school and didn't go to college and devoted his entire life to building Turning Point USA, which was a conservative, not think tank, like a conservative like organization whose sole purpose is like that Seven Mountains Mandate thing, having dominion, having Christo-fascist nationalism be the guiding force of all facets of American life. Yeah. Right. So he was part of that like network of like Christo nationalist. You know, it's conspiracy, really. It's a conspiracy. It's literally the definition of conspiracy is a bunch of people getting together conspiring to, anyway. Yeah. So that was his whole thing. But ultimately, he was just a podcast girly. Like, he was basically like, you know, so when he got, you know, popped or whatever, the thing that they really were counting on was that this was gonna be, because the guy, what was his name? What was he, the governor? God damn it, I'll look it up.
Of what?
The Utah.
I don't know if he was the governor. Was he the one that was like leading the investigation? That was like, I was really praying.
Yes, that's who it was.
I was really praying this was done by an immigrant or a trans person or a black person.
All I wanted was a brown or black face to blame for this. And it's the most tragic part of this is that it wasn't a black trans woman.
It was one of us. It was one of
Not just one of us, like, okay, and this is the thing that I really want to say. Because yes, all right, so as soon as it happened, everybody was like, the left has gone too far. The left is declaring war on us. And all this and blah, blah, blah. And I should have known. Leftists aren't about that action. So leftists ain't never been about no action. And leftists will barely vote. So I should have known. But anyway, so they started calling and threatening HBCUs. They started threatening HBCUs. HBCUs, a bunch of HBCUs had to shelter in place and cancel classes and all this stuff. And it's like, black people wasn't even in it. It was in Utah. Trust me, if it was a black person, they would have caught that Negro. That one black dot running through.
First of all, if it would have been a black person, Charlie Kirk would still be alive because they would have caught him as soon as he got off the plane. They would have been like, you come here. Exactly. What business do you have here? They would have immediately caught him as soon as he deboarded the American Airlines flight.
They said they keep a clean record of all 12 in Utah. Yes. And you are not on that list.
Absolutely not. So as soon as it was Utah, it was no doubt in my mind
that it was a white person.
That it was a white person.
Particularly that it was a white man. Yeah. And they were all like, no, it's a trans girl. Oh, it's a black woman. Oh, and then look, by surprise, it's a white man? Oh, a 22-year-old conservative white boy? That has never happened before.
What's so crazy is that they're accusing it of being like possibly like a trans person or like a black woman or whatever. But yet you constantly talk about how like black women or whatever aren't smart enough or don't have the skills enough to like...
because
anything like that, we shouldn't be in the military or whatever because we can't shoot. We're incapable of like having these skills, and so you think don't think that we're capable. You think we're capable of making that shot.
Yeah, fair enough. So the was this white man, the white boy named 22-year-old white boy named Tyler Robinson.
Yeah,
what a name! What a boring white boy name. Perfect. And he was raised Mormon, raised MAGA. There's a picture of him dressed up as Trump for Halloween. Yeah. His father was a Mormon minister and a cop. Like, two-parent family. Literally he was raised with the same hate and anger and ignorance and conservative American Christo values that these people want to force on everybody. And guess what? That's what he came out. He came out worse because it turned out it's not the left. It's a farther right dude. He's a groiper. A word I did not know.
Can we say that word? Whatever that word is.
I'll look it up.
Okay. Find out if we can say it.
This is what this proves most of all. That hatred and anger begets more hatred and anger. And the compassion and empathy and kindness and openness that we are trying so hard to cultivate, that they are trying so hard to smother and subsume with hatred and violence, that is the result that is why we do it. That's why we fight with compassion. That's why we try to be good people. Look, we can try to be good people, but we do not cry over nonsense. We don't cry over this. Yeah. We don't necessarily, but I mean, like, if you was twerking upside down in your apartment when this shit happened,
so be it.
Mo better to you, because there is a degree of like, petty vengeance and what's it called? Like, relief almost.
Yeah.
Like that you feel when these things happen, and that's okay. You're valid for that.
And it's so interesting that these people that for like years and years have been talking about like no empathy. That's like we talked. I think we talked about it last week. Like committing the sin of empathy.
Yep.
And even Charlie Kirk himself, like
he was a big guy.
He was very much against empathy. And now all these people, they're online getting upset. Like, how can you celebrate this? Or you, where's the and they're trying to use every other word but the word empathy in their statements. And even then, after like it came out that the Pew Pewer was a far white dude, a lot of those posts declaring war and on the left have now disappeared, and now they're even showing
compassion and empathy
for him.
We know that Charlie would have wanted to forgive him. Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Like, this is just one individual that is just troubled and like, yo, what happened to like declaring war on the left?
Nah, keep that energy. What happened to that energy?
Don't delete the post. Like, no. Like, it's crazy to see like the switch up immediately.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's also crazy to see like a lot of these other like people who like Charlie Kirk debated. I don't know, the little white boy with the blonde hair.
Dean Withers.
Yeah, like crying
I've never heard
over
of this white before. I never heard.
I've seen them before like a lot, and I don't know if I think they debated Charlie Kirk in the past, but that's their thing, and getting like really upset about people celebrating this and things like that. And for me, all that shows is that like all of this is very performative, and you guys are actually friends outside of this. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at the end of the day, like how can you be friends with somebody like this and like showing all of, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, you know why? Because at the end of the day, before they are anything, they're white.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. You have the privilege of being friends with somebody like that. So how can you judge other queer people or black people or like black women or whoever or like anybody who is not upset and doesn't show an ounce of remorse for somebody who hated them? Yeah. Somebody who would have celebrated them on their unaliving or like whatever would have been very happy. Do it more. This is what we need to be doing. That's one less sick individual that we have walking this earth. Like, we don't have that privilege of showing compassion for someone like him. We can't see past that. Like, oh, I didn't agree with all of his views, but like
no.
So so like we don't have that privilege of like, oh, I can look past your political view. And that's another thing that is kind of pissing me off. Talking about like, oh, we need to normalize having a difference of political views. Like, a difference of political views is like, oh, I don't believe in universal health care. Not that like Black people are not smart enough to fly planes.
It's not even like he didn't even just say smart enough. He said we do not possess the
processing power,
the thought processing power.
Like that is not a political.
That's
view.
Not a political belief.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's getting me and what's pissing me off is that like, and another sorry.
No, keep going.
It's even like the news networks are driving me crazy because they keep showing all of this like, if you notice, they're only showing pictures of this
because they can't find a clip where he isn't being actively hateful, and they don't want that. And you know why they don't want that? Because you scratch a centrist and a fascist bleeds. Okay? That is ultimately every news network owned by every billionaire. Kristin Chenowith, Selma Blair, all these people that are crying and boo-hooing and making all these posts about him, they too are fascists. Yes. If we ever wonder why fascism took off immediately. Yes. Why? Because all these people have always felt like that we don't deserve rights, that we are subhuman, that we should be second-class citizens. Yes. And
y'all gotta question these. You gotta question these people.
That's right.
Like, especially like our white listeners, like when they're talking about like, oh well, I didn't believe in everything he said, but I agree with some of them.
You heard that?
That's what people are saying.
Not our white listeners.
Not our white listeners. No. Not y'all. But I'm saying like your favorite.
If I catch one of you hoes.
I'm saying like if you have like, because I'm saying more than likely as far as like proximity, you guys are probably going to be in like closer proximity, like your family members
that they say when Black people
when Black people aren't around. And I hope y'all who are listening to this podcast are checking people and questioning these beliefs when they're like, oh, I didn't agree with everything he stood for.
So what did you believe in?
What did you believe in?
Which ones?
That women should be back in the kitchen? I don't understand.
that a 10-year-old should be forced to carry
a child?
A child that which are the things that gay people should be stoned to death? Which is the thing?
Which is the thing that you're believing in? And people are like, oh, but he was a father. He had a wife.
But the thing is, okay, we should retain our compassion for those of us who aren't stoking violence, right? I'm sorry, like, I have seen so much violence and pain and death on my timeline for years. Yeah. I have seen so much of it that will never, ever leave my mind. It will never leave my mind. I have seen babies, you know what I mean? And I feel for them. My compassion is worn out. This is the whole, what is the paradox of tolerance, the tolerance paradox? It's like an ethics thing.
I failed ethics.
Fair enough. Fair. You and every other tech bro. But it's like an ethics paradox, and it's like about how tolerance for people who are intolerant does nothing but accelerate that hate and intolerance, because you cannot cede ground to people like this. Mm-hmm. You cannot cede ground. You cannot extend your big, beautiful heart to those people, because they will take advantage of it and they will do nothing but claim superiority and dominion over you as you are turning the other cheek or whatever. And I just think it's time for us to, like you said, question these people. No, every single Jennifer Coolidge, Kristin Chenowith, Jennifer Coolidge, Selma Blair, all these people who are, Selma Blair's not a gay icon, but she was in a thing. But like, you know, all these white women gay icons that are straight. Time to start asking questions. Yes. Time to start asking questions. What do you really stand for? Because these people took your money, took gay money, took black money, took all that love and attention, and they became icons off the backs of you hoes, and then went and celebrated Charlie Kirk and mourned him and told you hoes to shut your gay ass up if you have any problem with that. Maybe it's time to ask some questions.
Definitely time to ask questions.
Yep.
Y'all got to start questioning these hoes. Like, I'm already questioning them. Just off the strength. Like, but
there are more of them than you think.
Yes.
There are more people who are, because these values of fascism, the values of inherent hierarchy, and the authoritarianism, the strongman fascism, the misogyny, the patriarchy, all that is baked into every facet of our society. So it's actually harder to avoid those toxic beliefs than it is to challenge them. So more people than you think are inhaling that or huffing on that pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
anyway,
if you want to hear more of our thoughts, our unfiltered thoughts,
we're about to actually go in. We're about to go in
on the page. Visit our Patreon and go in. Last thoughts about this.
I'm about to let the chopper sing. No, I'm sorry. Last thoughts. You were last thoughts because you had a much more somber, much more level-headed type.
Yeah, but like, you know, a lot of his old videos were starting to resurface, and because of, you know, Elon's over like Twitter now, a lot of those blocks that I originally had of all of these like racists and homophobes and all that stuff is like coming out, and it's like filtering through. And so now I'm seeing all these videos of like Charlie, of Nick, and of Ben. They're all starting to filter through, and it's just a reminder of like how much these people hate us. And it's also seeing all the comments or whatever under all these posts about like people who are supporting him and are mourning him, and seeing all these videos of people like, you know, people like, oh, it was declaring war. But it's just a reminder of like how sick like people are. And then seeing all these videos of Trump, and it's like trying to make Charlie Kirk a martyr is making me so sick. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's already hard out here. Life is already hard. Being a black like queer person is already hard. We already know, we're since a little girl that we were taught that like the world is against us and everything like that. And like seeing all this is just a reminder of like how deep this is, like deeply rooted into this country and into our government and to our media and like how many people that like, you know, like the like wicked, you know, coming out, like people that like you don't know that like wear this mask of being like an ally and a supporter, and like now the masks are like starting to fall off, and it's so depressing for me, and I had to like take a break and step back because I'm tired of seeing his face. I'm tired of hearing his voice. I just need, honestly, I'm ready for this news cycle to turn around. I need like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to like come out with like a pregnancy announcement or something, so everybody can move the fuck on. And that's probably wrong to say.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm just over hearing about it, and I'm just like, I don't want to give these motherfuckers no more of my time or my attention.
Very valid.
You know, I want him to be forgotten.
I mean, he will be. Don't worry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He will be.
I need to speed up. That's all. I'm ready for that to like, because he's like kind of out of my memory now. It's like, I know we had to do this. Yeah. But it was just kind of like, okay, whatever. He's gone.
No. I totally feel you.
Yeah.
I totally feel you. I mean, I feel you, but I'm
on
the absolutely opposite end of the spectrum. You know what it is too? Is I was raised among supposedly liberal white folks who were actually virulently racist. I went to, you know, school with a lot of white people. I know a lot like that. I was raised among those white people. So having that peel from the eyes that white people, by and large, I'm like, sorry, by and large, are full of hatred, whether they know it or not, whether they have, like, whether they acknowledge it or not, they are full of hatred that they either need to unpack or sit with. It sits and it festers into something violent. And I've seen that and I've experienced that so much of my life, which is why, part of why I'm so mentally ill. And so now, like, with me, I think like I'm not surprised at all at all these people that like have, you know, sympathy for fascists and racists. I'm not surprised. But what I am surprised about is how stupid it all is. It's like, I'm sorry, seeing that man read these stupid Pepe 4chan memes on, like, mad seriously, and first them thinking that it was black. Didn't they say it was black? It was like made of. It was the things on the shell casings were black sayings, and it wasn't. People were making jokes like one of the casings says, "I'm not one of your little friends."
That's terrible.
Like shit like that. It's so funny, and it like, listen, we are in the dumbest, most dangerous, terrifying timeline. At least it's sometimes funny. Yeah. And so I am bombarded with hatred and stupidity. Every day I read the news and I see us descending so quickly into full-on stratified fascism, and it is terrifying. I know that it is bad and things will only get worse and that this is not the path to liberation. But damn, like, you know, I'll get some chuckles off. You know what I'm saying? I'll get some chuckles off. But that's because I have lost a piece of my humanity that I will never get back. And that's why you feel that way and I feel that.
Because I'm always telling you, stop watching the news for just a little bit.
No, and you were right.
You know, and I've been trying to, like, because everything is so terrible, I've been trying to find or like focus more on like joy and like black joy and like black queer joy and stuff like that. Yes. And like consume more of that than I am of all this like terrible fascist like hatred and stuff like that.
Yes, you're right.
So I don't get deeper into despair about like everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Know, mentally.
I am already in despair at all times.
You gotta come up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you gotta put the phone down, come up a little bit, step outside, touch some grass, see your community, and find some type of joy because it like you said, this is just going to get worse.
It is only
and if we're only focusing on the bad.
Then we don't know what to fight for.
We don't know what to fight for. No, and so,
we lose hope. And I don't want to lose hope.
You don't want to lose hope, and you want to, see the other side, or see that there is another side to get to.
Yes.
And so, and find whatever little pieces of joy that you can find in these times right now, and like taking care of yourself mentally amongst all of this, because, I'm sure it's triggering. Anyways, we got to wrap this up.
We're going to wrap this up. To see our unfettered, uncensored thoughts, hit up the Patreon. Also, the Patreon got a lot of stuff. It got bloopers. Yeah. It got uncensored, uncut, longer episodes if you're into that. And it's a great way to support us and support our attorney fees. Anyway, patreon.com/the-strapdown-podcast. Yes. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. But stay tuned for some auntie advice next.
Yes. And now it is time for us to give you some unsolicited auntie advice. So this is the part of the show where we gay aunties get all up in your business. And usually it's unsolicited. We just find people saying, and then we just all up in their business. But this time we have some solicited gay auntie advice.
And can I just say thank you?
Thank you so much for soliciting advice from your gay aunties.
Oh yes, thank you. Y'all have been doing so great.
So great. We will get to you. We're trying at first to go in order of when we get it.
Yes, we're trying to go in chronological order, or some people, and I will let you know if like we want to save you for like a very special episode when we have like guests on that can help us answer your questions. So please be patient. Keep sending us questions. We love it. Make sure to include, what name you want to use, your pronouns, and everything like that, whether you want to remain anonymous and that. So,
or if there's any information you want us to leave out, but that you wanted to give us for context.
Exactly.
Right? You got me? All right. So this question comes from Bella. Bella. Ciao, Bella. No, I'm so sorry. That's not funny. So I'm going to read it. Hey, Aria and Sharia. I just became a listener of y'all's podcast, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Thought I would write in and ask you to weigh in about something. So here's what I want to ask you about. My partner and I are about to be long distance for a couple of years since he's going to grad school. We've only been together for a year, so this is going to be a pretty big test of our relationship. We have some plans for how to stay connected and close during this time, writing letters, reading books to each other over the phone, playing video games online. But I'd love some more ideas if you have any. We both feel really safe and solid in this relationship, but we also know it's going to be hard. Any stories you have about long distance relationships would also be appreciated. It feels like most of the stories I hear result in breakups, and I'm wondering how accurate that is to real life. Thanks for reading. Much love, Bella. Okay, before I answer, you answer, because I don't have nothing for this. I ain't got nothing for this, but I did respond, and I was like, oh boy, do we have a hopeful story for you. Right? So, and it ain't my story, obviously. So I'm gonna fill this over to Aria, who give Bella some of your advice.
I've done the long distance thing a time or two, and I love that you guys are already making plans to do little cute things like over the phone, like reading the book. That is like so cute. Mm-hmm. And I think just doing more of that, where you can really like connect, and it almost doing things that you would normally do like together and still doing it in the same room. Like I used to love like watching movies together and doing like little streams,
like
or
over
whatever.
FaceTime.
No, like we would like be on the phone and stuff, and we would like go through and like pick a movie, and we would be like, okay, 1, 2, 3 start, and we like hit play and stuff like that.
That's so cute.
It was really cute. And we would also send like any moments that we can like talk to each other. I love voice memos. So I would like send little voice memos, little good mornings, little whatever, because it kind of gives you this like false sense that you're like on the phone, and sometimes just like hearing their voice is like very comforting and stuff like that. And also, I don't know what your financial situation is, but like being long distance can be expensive, because I need to have like a something to look forward to of like when I'm going to actually physically see you again. And so other long distance relationships that I've had in the past, we would make sure to always have a visit scheduled out if we could. If we could do like once a month or at minimum once a month, so we can like see each other. Is that too much or like?
No, I'm just thinking like it's expensive on a grad school stipend.
It is very. It's very expensive.
They get like more than 35, 40K.
Listen. You better catch them sales, them Southwest sales or whatever. Yes. Get you I don't know what your credit like, but get you one of them
Delta, the Amex with the Delta points.
Yes, get you some travel points or like something like that. And if it's not in the budget to like buy a flight, because I also don't know what the distance is.
Yeah, I want to know how much. I should have asked follow-up questions. My bad, bro.
If it's like not a flight thing, but there are like other things that you can do to make kind of like your presence known. Like I like to like send flowers or send whatever, or like, oh, let me send you lunch or whatever. Like if I have their address, like here's a Uber Eats, you know, it's kind of like on a cheaper side, kind of a little bit more budget friendly, but it's still like very thoughtful and like kind. And then
what about the freaky stuff?
I was about to say.
Okay.
That's another thing.
That's really important.
Yeah, that's real important. Is like keeping the interest and keeping the spiciness there, keeping that tension alive.
1 titty a week. Send 1 titty a week.
A week? Yeah, don't do.
No, every day?
Yeah.
Sending titties every day.
I mean, they've been dating for like a year.
Yeah. And
they're already about to be like long distance or whatever. So, you know, if it was like, oh, we met and then like like whatever, then like, you know, that may be that's a bit too forward. Yeah. But y'all already comfortable.
So how long were you long distance before y'all like moved in?
In this relationship? Yeah. We were long, I can't remember. We weren't really like official until I got here. But it was like the flirtation and the like, oh, I like you, you like me.
Oh, so it wasn't like y'all were like, we're dating now, but I'm away. We're long distance.
We started dating once I moved here. This current relationship.
You started dating once you moved here?
Yeah, once we moved here is when we made it official.
What? Oh, but y'all didn't move in together first. You came. Yeah. You had a different.
Okay. We didn't like immediately.
You crazy.
Yeah. But I have been in relationships where like we were like long distance for like years. Like we were long distance for a while. And this is the other thing that I was about to say. Did we talk about like the spicy stuff and all that stuff like that?
Sorry, you gotta keep 1 titty a day.
1 titty a day. You know, you kind of got to figure out the frequency. You know what I'm saying? What's too much? You know, like you also gotta, you don't want to overwhelm them. You gotta mix it up. You gotta send a titty pic. You gotta send like a
kitty pic.
A kitty pic. Yep. You know, switch up the angles. Do something.
Switch up the angles.
That's a big one. You know what I'm saying? I like a below the like looking up like from behind. That's just
from behind is my best. My best cooter cat pick.
That's your best cooter cat pick. But yeah, like keeping those things spicy. And then I think for me, what was the big thing is like there has to be an end date or like where are we going?
Well, you know what I'm saying? There is. It's just for the 2 years.
It's only for the 2 years
at grad school, and then they will be back together.
100%. That's the plan. Yeah. Make sure that shit don't change.
That's right.
Keep the communication. Of course, like when you're long distance, is going to be very like. It has to be strong because you know you don't have the physicalness there, but also communicating like how you're feeling and like the trust and things like that.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Is going to be like a big thing because you have to have a lot of trust when you're long distance and like I don't know if y'all in the sharing locations or if that's too far for you, but you know what I'm saying. Like
no, first of all, I say share locations because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You got to know what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
like, yeah, you really got to like...
Be honest.
Like, if you're going out and there's going to be other girls there, like, you got to let them know. You know what I'm saying?
Is you hooking up with some bitch that you used to hook up with back in the day and hanging out with them? Just be honest about what's going on.
Honest.
Because then they're going to find out.
They going to find out. Like, the worst thing is, like, they catch you in somebody's stories and they be like, hold on, that's you. You told me you was going to bed. Yep. Why are you out at this party now? Yep. And I see that. And now then, because once that little seed
of mistrust,
once that one seed gets planted, it's going to sprout and grow, and then it's not going to work.
Because you don't have the physical proximity part to keep you, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, and what I was talking about with like the communication, or like with the end date, I know for y'all, it's like there's a defined end date. 2 years is a long time. But I know with lesbians, y'all love a long distance situation.
Good God.
And for me, if it's like a long distance thing and there isn't like a clear, like, oh, I'm just going away for 2 years, we got to figure out a plan.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Yep.
Because at some point, this has to end. Like, somebody has to, either we both got to find a city where we're both willing to move to and able to move to, or you got to move here, I got to move there. But like, we can't be doing this long distance for a long time. And you have to be like really honest with your person of like, how much time are you willing to like put in for this like long distance shit?
Can I also ask, what about opening the relationship?
That's a conversation, another conversation to have. And then I think it's kind of
2 years, no nuts.
2 years,
no nut. You got to do your own nut for 2 years straight. What do you mean?
And that's why I think.
I mean, even for me, that's crazy.
And that's why I think the visits are so important, because, like, you know what I'm saying? And you all know what your sex drive is, or like your libido is, or like how often like you need it, how long you can go without it and still be faithful. I would say opening the relationship when it wasn't open before is kind of like.
But you're not together. No, this is not. If I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
But you're only not together. You, like, I feel like being like, oh, it's, and if everything is off limits, I feel like it would be better to communicate like, yo, I'm lonely, I'm feeling some type of way.
And then that's the time when it's like, all right, babe, I'm on a flight, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Because if, I don't know, maybe
no,
because,
you're right.
Maybe because like the openness or whatever isn't. I've done an open relationship when it. Like, I have done that before, where, like, we were long distance.
And you were allowed to get yours.
And we were allowed to get whatever. And I would say from my experience with that.
It was playing with fire.
It was definitely playing with fire. Because, and it also, too, I wasn't really honest with, like, the person to an extent. But, like, everybody else, like, it was another, like, college thing. They were at one college, I was at another. Everybody who was in my college thought I was just single. Because I was getting it in. Like, we said it was open, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I bet. So I was wide open. I was buzzing it wide open. So it's like,
oh God.
But it was like,
damn, that basketball team, the
woo, listen, okay. And then when we like did like meet up and like whatever, I found out with them, they also weren't being honest with the people that they were dating, because I didn't care. Like, they were being honest with me, you know? And so, like, it was like I don't know. It was back in the day when we had, like, the instant message or whatever.
Yep.
And, like, their on-campus girlfriend was, like, messaging them. And I was like, oh, they're not here. And they're like, wait, who is this? And I was like, oh, like, I'm so-and-so or, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was hot.
Wait, they had an on-campus girlfriend, and then you were also the off-campus girlfriend?
So, like, we were in a relationship.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
But we had a understanding that, like, we long distance.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do. I do whatever I want to do. When we're together, we're together. It's us. And we talked every single day. We talked every single night.
But girlfriend is pushing it. I thought it was like, okay, yeah, you could get a nut.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, they weren't honest with who they were with.
Yes.
Because they even told me, they were like, when they came back, they were like, oh, so I heard you talk to my other girl. And I was like, yeah, she was pretty pissed. Might want to smooth that over.
I mean,
and like, I didn't care, because it was like, shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew that we had an understanding. Yeah. So like, I was fine with it, but she
wasn't, because she was being cheated on.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're going to do like an open thing,
100%,
it like you have to be honest with each other. Yes. You have to be safe. Yes. That's another thing, because like diseases and you have to protect your health, and you have to also be honest with whoever you're going to be dealing with outside of that partner.
Yes.
So, and you also have to, with yourself, if you're going to do an open relationship relationships ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And if you know you're going to be feeling some type of way with that, then don't even play around with it if you both aren't like 100%. Like, I'm okay with you sleeping with other people.
And if you are if you're not able to negotiate and renegotiate constantly, because sometimes you might be okay, and sometimes you might be feeling more vulnerable about it. Yeah, for sure.
Or like you may think you're okay with like something, and then you find out after it happens that
you're
like,
not okay.
Actually, I'm not really okay with that. Yep. Like we need to like renegotiate. That's funny. I don't even know if they were interested in an open relationship.
I know y'all are saying we reading books and doing puzzles together, and we're like, so anyway.
Other people.
When you are eating another no, for sure. I'm just asking because I feel like I would, you know what I mean? I feel like also not being like, you're not allowed to touch nobody or do nothing might make me more likely to
do it.
Yep.
You have to have a discussion on like what
or to break up or to be like, actually I can't take this. Bye, we breaking up. Anyway, hey, what's up? Like,
you have to talk about what your boundaries are. How far are you comfortable with the other person going? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because some people are crazy and be like, "Oh, you danced with another girl at a party."
100%. Especially these dykes out there. Especially these dykes. They love that, and they think it's sexy too. They think it's sexy. It's just like, you can't go nowhere.
That is. I want to have a whole
episode about that.
About that with like, oh, they popping up and it's like, it gets real bad. So, but anyways.
Yes. But when you have a successful long distance story, the difference is you fell in love long distance and then came together.
Yeah. But I have been in successful long distance. Relationships where like we were together, one of us moved. We, kept our relationship going and like whatever. Actually, that's how I had a successful long distance relationship that led to an unsuccessful marriage. But
the dude, yeah, it's real easy to have a successful long distance relationship with a man because
what? No, it's not.
Yes, it is because it's fine. Like I don't have to do nothing. I just gotta check in. We just texted, and then I'm getting mine. I've done that too. That's what I was doing in high school.
High school.
I had a boyfriend in high school, and that was when I was coming out.
No, that is complete. High school is like that doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
It does not count when you're like because isn't this, who is this?
They're in grad school. They're grown.
In grad school.
They're grown. No, it's not easy to have. No, for sure.
It's not easy because it's trifling.
No, for sure.
It's trifling.
Yeah,
you never know
sure.
what the they got going on.
Yeah.
So if you're doing long distance with like a cis man, like you gotta have a
pray
lot
for
of,
you. Pray for you.
You gotta have a lot of, but I have done like long distance with like other girls that were successful. Like if we broke up, it wasn't because it was like the distance. It was because like once we got together, it was like
it wasn't working.
It wasn't working from that. So like I've had a lot of experience with long distance.
You have.
Yeah. Actually most of my relationships have been long distance.
And you out here talking shit about all the lesbians that love long distance. You know how these lesbians love long distance.
Yeah.
Anyway, most of my relationships
have been long distance.
No.
Yeah, they're actual like real relationships.
Yes.
Like the real ones. A lot of them have been long distance, or there was like at some point in the relationship they ended up being long distance. Yeah. But now I'm talking about they like to like meet someone. I'm on vacation.
No. Yes, they meet someone
and then whatever. I've only done that once.
Good for you.
Usually it's like, okay, no, actually I did it twice.
Yeah. See?
Actually, okay, let me shut up.
This is another thing.
This is the pot calling the kettle black.
Hypocrites. Anyway, no. So that is what give old Bella some hope that this 2-year long distance thing is going to make it, because I will agree, every single long distance relationship I have seen has not worked out except for yours.
Yeah. It works.
It works if you work it.
If you work it, if you communicate.
And if the long distance is temporary.
If the long distance is temporary, if you communicate like how you're feeling, communicate any trust issues, any boundaries, if you want to do the openness, like talk about that, have a communication. The other thing that is also very important that I left out, you are going to be mad.
That's what I was going to say.
A lot. You are going to need an arsenal of self-pleasure.
Yes.
You're going to pleasure yourself.
Yes.
You're going to do a lot of solo play. A lot of solo play.
Yep.
And actually, as I'm talking, I just thought about another long-distance relationship that I had. Okay, sorry. I am a hypocrite.
Yes!
I'm sorry. Because what I was going to say, what it triggered the memory when we were talking about the time, I love being together. Yes. Or parallel play is probably better for the whatever.
Yeah.
You know, hopping on FaceTime or something. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. So make sure that you are stocked up.
Yes.
You can also go to Wet for Her. We have a little code, Wet for Strap Down, and get 10% off.
You get 10% off. And then,
get you some toys.
That'll help your
whatever. Just have to throw that in there.
Yeah.
But yes, you are going to be like doing it a lot. Yeah. So that is also like really helpful. That you do daily.
Yes.
Daily
parallel play.
Yes. With the meal, honestly. It's like a prescription.
Yes.
I mean, and even if it's not like parallel, because I know your partner is going to be like in school and taking classes and stuff like that, you got to do it yourself. Like anytime you're starting to feel a little bit lonely, you see like a fine girl and you can't talk to her, you want to like, all right, as soon as I get home, let me just rub one out. Yeah. Just so I can like take the edge off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anytime you're feeling tempted and she's not available for some parallel play, like you gotta take care of yourself in that sense.
Yes.
You know,
because you're gonna be going crazy.
Yes.
2 years, you're gonna be going crazy.
2 years.
So let me break it down. So it's communicate, commute, titty and kitty, and parallel play.
Parallel play.
These are the important things
for
a healthy long distance
relationship and an end date. Did we say that already?
And an end date. And an end date. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But best of luck to you. I hope this helped, and I hope you feel a little more hopeful. Why, what?
No, I'm just thinking about
another long distance relationship you had. Yes. You are them dykes. Them dykes love it. Yeah, you. Anyway.
I am them dykes.
Anyway.
Damn. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I forgot about the Tennessee trip.
Hypocriticals. Anyway, so hypocritical race theory. So anyway, so that is some advice for you. If you are watching this and you have some experience with long distance relationships, which I know you do, and you would like to share your story, particularly if it's hopeful. Like, fine, if it's rough, fine. Maybe that helps to like.
Damn, that was another.
You're just counting them up.
I'm sorry. I've been sitting. Damn.
Yes.
Have I ever met someone in the same?
Right. No. This is how dykes do. I have also done this, but I am way less successful because of my ADHD. I kind of am like if you're not around and you're not constantly communicating with me, I forget. Wow. I will straight up forget, and it's terrible. And that's why I haven't done a ton of these long distance relationships.
Yeah. All of mine.
And I consider some long distance relationships when I was living in Brooklyn and she was in Queens.
That is long distance.
That's long distance to me.
And it's crazy. All of them have been like that except for I think one.
Whoa. Okay.
Have had some type of like long distance element.
Well, yeah, but I think that's just.
I also move around. I also like moved around a lot, and also too when I was just talking about like, oh, I've never like met someone, and then like we kept in touch. I absolutely have.
Of course you have.
Always what I do.
Of course you have.
I go out. I go on trips. I meet people, and we stay in touch, and that happens all the time for me. Okay, this was very
enlightening for you to see your own hypocritical.
I'm canceling my therapy appointment this week.
There you go. There you go.
We had a breakthrough today.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
So
whatever
anyway,
you're saying.
if you have some advice for Bella that you think will be helpful, or a story, or you have a tale of woe that will help them avoid some pitfalls, please leave it in the comments. And please, or email us. Also, if you want some gay auntie advice, if you'd like to solicit some gay auntie advice, please DM us at thestrapdown or email us at thestrapdown@gmail.com. If you are one of the 1,200 people who was in a long distance relationship with Aria, please leave a comment. Tell us how it was. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that things. And best of luck to you, Bella. Best of luck to you and your bae, and grad school and all that. And tell us how it goes. Keep us updated. We want to know.
Send us some kitty pics.
I'm sorry, I'm like
crying.
You're realizing
I am.
what a hypocrite you are. Yeah. You all are. Anyway, stay tuned for Put You On Strap Game. Yes. You are literally crying. That's so funny.
There's been so many girls.
That's so funny. Why do guys love that?
So now it is the time for us to put you onto
Strap Game. Put You On Strap Game is the part of the show where we give a recommendation for something that we watched, listened to, ate, liked, didn't like, and we do it from the truest, most authentic part of our straps.
Because we don't get paid for it.
That's right, we ain't getting paid for it. So,
today's your turn.
Today's my turn.
To put our listeners on Strap Game.
That's right.
So what you got?
I'm going to put you on Strap Game to the new Hemlock Springs single and video, and it's called The Beginning of the End. The video is Hemlock Springs. I really been with Hemlock Springs. She had the want to be your girlfriend, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
She does like these like fun like poppy like alt pop sound. She's very colorful and funky and fun. The video is so funny and colorful in her style, but like elevated, right? She's fighting a big titty version of herself. It's like
I've
really
been watching it
it's
here. That's
really funny.
That's funny.
It's so funny. It's so like it's got that like visually and like conceptually, it's got that like fun like acid trip Broad City type that I really love. And listen, I'm always going to ride for a quirky black girl. Every day, I will always ride for a quirky black girl. And she is one of my favorite quirky black girls out there making music. So check it out. It's so fun. She's so fun. And check out all her music and check out all her videos. But this one especially because it's so fun. It's so outrageous. Got that like, like that classy, it's like Missy Elliott meets like, yeah, right? Like it's got that like fun, funky thing. Just more alt black girls. I really fuck with it.
I love seeing like the artistry and like creativity coming back to music videos now, so I appreciate this. I love that. And it is giving very like Missy Elliott, like the weird kind of like yeah.
It's like weird. It's like, got that like, it's Missy Elliott meets Pee-wee's Playhouse meets like, some like X-ray specs. You know what I mean? Like I really love it. I love it. And I with Hemlock Springs and, shouts.
Yes. And we will add this to our new Spotify playlist.
We're going to make a Put You On Strap Game Spotify playlist.
I already did it.
Wait, you did?
I did.
Please send it to me. I'll add stuff.
Yeah. So I went ahead and made a Put You On Strap Game Spotify playlist. That's why I was like, what's the email to the Spotify? I went ahead and made a Spotify playlist. And so it has some of the ones that I can remember.
Yeah.
Some of the musical recommendations, like the Bloom album is on there. My Amalu recommendation.
Yeah.
That K1 that we can't pronounce. Like I have their music on there too. Yes. I think you should go on there and put your K-pop.
I'm gonna put my K-pop recs on there. 100%. Y'all gonna be listening to a lot of My Tomorrow by the Togethers, a lot of G-Friend, a lot of VVZ, My Girls, a lot of Stacy, a lot of Sonya Shide. Y'all know what the it is.
Sure. And put all that on there.
Yes.
So, but it's on Spotify. It's literally called Put You On Strap Game. So you can check it out now. I'm working on the Apple one.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I have Apple Music and I usually use Apple Music. So I think I just need to just make one and it'll just say created by Aria. Whatever. Y'all need to hear the details of this. But yes.
We'll figure it out.
The Apple one will probably be up by next week, but the Spotify one is live now.
Yes.
So
check
it out.
Yes, check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description.
Yeah. I'll send you the link.
Send me the link so I can put it in the description.
It's also on like the old video, but whatever. But yeah, as soon as they said it, I was like, that is a good idea. And a genius idea.
Shout out to Emily Holston 2379 for leaving that suggestion in the comments. You a real one. Hit us up with the more. Like, give us some more ideas.
Give us some more ideas that we can.
We don't want to be thinking. You be thinking. We want
y'all to think for us. So if you want to put us on the strap game for something, please leave it in the comments in the DM. You can email us at thestrapdown@gmail.com. It can even be some of your own work. If you make music, if you are an artist and you draw, or you have a short film and you want us to look at it, feel free. Send it to us. We would love to put our listeners on.
Feel free, but please know that if you send us your cousin's SoundCloud, and it's whack, we are going to say you're not getting out the hood. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes. Let us be clear. Our recommendations are real.
They are real and authentic.
So if it's bad, we gonna say it's trash.
Yep.
Okay. We gonna say your cousin needs to get a 9-to-5.
Yep.
Okay. Because he not making it out of hood.
That's right.
With this mixtape.
That's right.
All right. But anyway.
That was Put You On Strap Game. Thank you so much. All right. Stay tuned for the outro. All right, so now we have reached the end of our strap journey. So hard to sing a man to the strap down. Okay, so anyway, every time we do this, we try to end our show with one thing.
Don't do it.
Okay.
I know you want to make a joke. I know what you want to say.
I won't do it.
Don't say it. One thing that has kept us off the FBI watch list.
That's right. One thing that has kept us off the FBI watch list.
So I would say my something good. This time last Saturday, we went to a opening of Gladys Books and Wine, which is a Black queer-owned bookstore in Bed-Stuy. It was so much fun. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. I kind of went on. It was like a random. Like I wasn't really planning on going. It was like raining. My girlfriend wanted to go, and so we went. It was packed. It was packed. I thought like, oh, it's like a party at a bookstore. It'll probably be like 12 people there. Yes. No, it was so many people there. It was packed. It was like 2 stories. There was like a DJ. What was the DJ's name?
Tima. Follow Tima Likes Music. We love us some Tima.
Tima Likes Music. I have some really fun videos that I can share.
Oh, yeah, I'll put them in there.
Of us like having a good time. Sharia wasn't even there at first.
Yeah, because I was in my bed trying to edit.
Sharia was in her bed trying to edit the last episode.
It was raining. I didn't want to go.
It was raining. It was a lot. And then I called Sharia and I was like, get your ass here. It's so many people because you're not about to be mad at me for not telling you.
Fair enough. And I'd have been pissed if I missed it because it was lit.
It was.
I have never seen so much chocolate lesbian beauty.
And you know they be reading, so they smart too. So it was so much fun. Tima, the DJ, was on point.
The auntie whisperer. like all the hits.
All the hits did like let a Soul Train line, the Electric Slide. It was just a good queer Black ass time. I was here for it.
Okay, here we go.
We met the owner, Tiffany, amazing, so much fun.
Tiffany's amazing. This is incredible what you have built.
Yes, and the whole bookstore is like dedicated to her grandmother.
Yes,
so it was just a beautiful time and just like a beautiful time just like spending with like
Black queer joy.
Just Black queer joy. It was just so much fun. I didn't even want to leave.
No, me neither.
I was like dying, but I had to go home.
No, I was dying. I started having hot flashes. I said, okay, it's time for Ani to go home.
I was just having too much fun. I met a lot of friends. We met one of our followers. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, we met one of our followers there.
Yes.
Someone came up to us, some beautiful black girl came up to us and was like, I love your podcast. We were like, what?
God, just like gorgeous. So shout out to you.
Yes.
And it was just a fun time. It was just so good. And so
the fine was out.
They
was out.
They were out. So I had to make sure you didn't miss it. So you welcome.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for not letting me miss this thing. But anyway, also like go if you are in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Head to Gladys Books and Wine. They have really cool books. It's not just like but it's like look, yes. I was seeing all the books that that are harder to get at the regular bookstores.
Yes. And I want to go back when there's not a party so I can actually see the books and stuff because I was like twerking and I was like, there was like a book. I was like, oh,
yeah, me too. I'm looking at the books while I was twerking
too. And so like, but I actually want to go and see it whenever, there's not a huge crowd and a huge party there. They do a lot of events. I think they're doing like writing workshops. They're doing like book series. So check them out. We'll probably do like another like full review maybe for our Put You on Strap game. So yeah, check them out, but like, still check them out. But that was my good thing for this week.
That was great. That's also kind of my good thing. I had such a good time. I was going up. Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah. So my good things, or actually, okay, I have a few. One, we got a bunch of Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much. I don't know if we should say the amount. No?
Don't say the amount.
Is it gauche? Because it's not that much.
It's a lot. Keep the mystery alive.
That's right.
Let people think that they're missing out.
That's right. You are missing out on Patreon if you're not doing it. But thank you to our patrons. Y'all are real ones. Thank you to AJ. Thank you to Tiffany F. Thank you to our baby, Isatua Maya. Thank you, sweet baby. Thank you to Jordan. Thank you to Cassie, of course, the first, a real one. We love you for real. Like, for real. You have no idea. For real. Like, I was like crying. Anyway, and then also we have gotten not only an update from our artist in residence.
Okay.
But we have some reflective art on artistic. So anyway, this is send us a new one. The saga continues. Ginger, Sharia, and Arya have headed to a nearby sandwich shop to reload and also eat some food. But then also here we go. Here's the ice guy getting hit with the thing.
Oh no.
And the Gestapo ice van in there. It's so funny. I love this. Somebody was like, it's a triptych, but it is now a quadriptych. I actually don't know.
Quadruptic.
That
is so funny. Ice van flees the scene, abandoning the injured ICE agent.
Yep. They said, ain't no brothers in here.
Look at that sandwich.
That's so funny.
That is so. This is almost like it's on the verge of becoming almost like a comic book series.
It really is.
Like we could sell this to Marvel.
Yes, Marvel would eat this. But then we have another Cassie, our first Patreon subscriber, Cassie, sent us, because remember we was talking, I'll put the clip here where we were talking about because Kiss is always like, yeah, I'm at my job, just drawing this shit, at my job. So we were like, what are you doing for work? And I did make a joke that was a surgeon. I also like imagining, because they're always like, I'm drawing this at my job. I like to imagine that they're like a surgeon. And they're like, oh, hold on, I got the best idea. The patient's open on the table. And he's like, oh, wait, let me just... that's funny. Oh, big sandwich. Doctor, please. This patient is dying. She's coding. Doing like cardiothoracic surgery and be like, with the patient all open on the table, be like, hold up, let me draw real quick. So Cassie drew a rendition of that. Oh my God. Shit. It's so good too. It's like genuinely good. It's so funny. And then the other surgeon's like, doctor, the patient. Hold up. Inspiration just hit. Sub. With the sub. Oh my God. I didn't see it. Just struck me. The sub. That's so funny.
So they drew fan art
of
our fan art.
Of our fan artist. drawing fan art. This is meta. The strap down is meta as right now.
Open it again. I have to see it again. That is so funny.
Also, it's so funny how detailed the drawing is.
You see the guts, the patient.
My nigga drew the beep beep, the
monitor,
light, the light over the thing, the guts and the... Bro.
You can see the inside.
Bro, what?
The doctor has a tool in his hand. Is like, doctor? Like,
why are you using your actual talent on this? That's so funny.
It's amazing.
Incredible. We're gonna make a little collection and put it up on like Instagram and TikTok or something.
Absolutely,
like that.
but it's like every time I get ready to,
we get a new one.
We get a new one. We are definitely going to put this up on social media.
This is so funny.
The world needs
this. This is what the world needs right now. That's just so funny, Cassie.
It's funny
because
if you zoom in, you have to zoom in on this. You can see
the guts.
That is Ginger's. No, that's the drawing. That's Ginger's tail. And
stop! I didn't see that.
That's the stick figure. If you zoom in, you can see.
Wait, I see the stick figure and I see the sandwich. The detail. The detail.
This is so deep. So this is kiss.
This is
drawing.
What is that called? Like a metatextual artistic something?
I got a D in art history.
Okay, fair enough.
And you keep pissing me
off. Fair enough. I don't remember. But somebody who knows things, tell me what that is. But that's so funny.
That is amazing.
Okay, I didn't notice the actual drawing is in it.
At first, I thought it was guts. But
Me too.
That's actually the drawing.
That's so funny.
When I was like, wait, is that Ginger's tail?
That's so funny.
Look how you are inspiring people.
You were inspiring artistic response. You were like somebody who do art or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not that smart.
Now I want this to keep going.
No, I need this again.
I need
more fan art.
More
fan art. We are now. It's no longer a request. It is a threat.
It is a demand.
It's a demand.
You must continue because now we're at the sandwich shop. The ICE agent is left behind, and now I need to know what happens next.
We should make a little like comic book type thing.
That is what we are going to do.
Wait, that's such a good idea.
I'm going to make a zine. That's happening.
Great idea.
And now, Cassie,
you have now responded.
I need you to also keep going. I need more professions, more hypotheses, more guesses and assumptions to what is doing.
They're a hostage negotiator. Whatever you can think of.
There's bullets flying.
The bullets flying. They're just ooh. And then, Cassie, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
It has to keep going. And if you're even brave enough out there, I need you to draw Cassie drawing kissed at an ever more important
Just keep it going. Just further and further. Like it's a memento.
Until we get to a point where it gets to like the like a celestial level.
Yes, it's just the stardust that created Cassie, that created whatever.
The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang and it's Ginger. Whatever it is. Yeah, please send us your fan art. This is so funny. You don't understand. I'm miserable. I am miserable. And I just need a little boop in my day. And that's so funny.
Y'all some real ones.
Y'all some real ones.
Y'all some real ones.
Thank you for sending that. That's just so funny.
I didn't know what that was going to be.
When you pointed out the ginger's tail is so stupid. You had to.
I'm invested in. Y'all don't understand how much I'm invested in this. I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens next with the ICE agent that got left behind. Maybe we tie them up and we're like converting them to like, you know what I'm saying? Like we are trying to convert them on our side, and then that starts the revolution. And now it's the ICE agent with Ginger on his head. It's just now he's going to take us to like go get the other ICE agent.
I like the idea of Ginger like physically, violently reprogramming an ICE agent. So good.
Smacking them with her
Just
tail.
smacking them with her tail. So good. This is so good. Thank you I with y'all. I really do. Y'all are weird. I love it. I'm so into it.
I'm just
send more. That's so funny.
Join in on the fun.
Please. We need it. We need it.
So hilarious.
It's a matter of like public safety. No.
You can't send out threats.
No, you're right. No threats. Unless they work.
But thank you
so much.
Thank you to our artist in residence.
And thank you to
our new artist,
Cassie. And thank you to y'all for like really riding with us and sending us crazy. We need it and we love it and we love you.
Times are so crazy right now, so we have to find joy in whatever the source, no matter how silly it is.
But it really helps when it just comes to us.
Yes.
It helps when the joy comes to us and we don't have to like look for it. So that has been this episode of The Strap Down. Yay. Please like, subscribe,
hype,
press the hype button, do the super thanks, look, we got all the buttons now. I don't know what they do. I am looking it up. Give me a damn break. But please press on all the buttons. Click on all the buttons.
Click on all the buttons. Follow us on TikTok.
Follow us on Instagram. I know. We're going to try better on the Instagram stuff.
Check out our Spotify playlist.
Yes.
Our Apple playlist, which will be up by the time this airs.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sure. I thought you said next week.
This will be up by the time it airs.
Oh, next week. Okay, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
of course, if you got it, please.
Flaunt it.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
But also, if you got to go to the Patreon, give your girl some. We also have opportunities where, like, if you don't have, like, a monthly $5 or a monthly $10, I get you. You could just throw us, like, a little bit for one video or whatever. It really does help us. It helps us because we broke. But it also helps because it keeps us going.
Yeah.
But we love you all very much. And, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the things. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay gay, and most importantly, stay strapped.